Hey YouTube, it is Krista with your Sunday weekly wrap-up, which is actually Monday because I posted my video yesterday and it deleted. No idea. Anyway, I even took a screenshot. I'm like, what the heck? So what I chose to talk about this week, it is a free week on Trans Love Take 2. It's a free week, and I have decided to talk about something that Elliot and I have dealt with our entire relationship. And just when you seem to think that things are going good, boom, not so good. I'm going to talk about outing people. This has been a huge thing for us. And when I say outing people, I don't just mean outing them as trans, I mean outing them as LGB, outing their medical history, outing any family problems they might be having. You know, you just don't fucking out people. You just don't do it. It's so rude. It's so disrespectful. In this last situation, it was so hurtful. Like, Elliot is crushed. Anyways, I digress. We'll start at the beginning. So we have been dealing with people outing Elliot pretty much since the beginning of our relationship. It all started with my family. Great. Started with my family and a family member outing Elliot to another family member, and it pretty much got around after that because one of my other family members asked another family member, and blah blah blah, it blew up. You know what? If you want to know someone's status, ask them. Go to the source. Don't beat around the bush. Don't go talk to somebody else. If you want to know, ask them. So as the person who was outed, or I wasn't outed, but I was sticking up for Elliot because, you know, I'm like a mama bear or something. I got really angry at my family, like really, really angry. And I did not so calmly, it was not my finest moment, explain how absolutely inappropriate and rude and hurtful and so not their place to do that. And if they could not respect us, Elliot, especially with pronouns, because that's another fucking dead giveaway, and my family's stupid. They're not stupid. Sometimes they are with this stuff. My family had never met Elliot as anything but he, and they were using female pronouns, and I'm like, how can you do that? He's clearly a dude. Anyways, okay, to carry on. So yeah, so that's something we've been dealing with our entire relationship. I have dealt with it with friends who on several occasions have outed him. Generally it's the same person who outs him. After being spoke to many, many times, the problem is this person is a very, very important person in our life, and we know she's doing it out of a place of love, but God, just stop doing it already. Anyway, okay, that brings us to this past week. Pardon me. Elliot started a new job last month. The beginning of March. Elliot started a new job, and when he did the interview, he outed himself. He said, you know, I'm trans, I'm a dude. Basically, the company said, hey, that's fantastic. We don't care. Welcome to the team. It was a non-issue. It was really a non-issue. And so he has been doing training, which has been basically recertifications and in-class training and stuff like that for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Someone who works in his in the house that he works at. He works with adults who have developmental delays in a group home setting. So one of the people that he works with in this group home knew him in his previous life. He's been doing this for about 15 years now. So knew him in his previous life, and she told somebody else that he was trans, and that person got incredibly angry. Not that she didn't get angry that Elliot is trans, she got angry that Elliot was hired as a male, and because he's male, he can only do physical changes, things like that, to the men. He's not allowed to do any personal care for the women in his group home, just the men. It makes perfect sense to me. So this woman was very much up in arms because, in her opinion, he was born a woman, therefore he should be able to work with the women. No, clearly not. So anyway, he found out about this. It got back to him. This woman outed him to all of the other staff in the building, in the cottage, and he now has to go to work. He's not met any of them. He knows the boss, and he knows the one other person that he worked with in the past, but that's it. And he's now walking into a working environment where everyone else knows he's trans, and all their own preconceived notions that go along with that, and their own prejudices and biases and anything else that goes along with it. We're really hoping that it doesn't affect anything, but needless to say, Elliot was pretty crushed. He was hurt, he was angry. The higher-ups found out about it and very, very quickly put a kibosh on it, and were incredibly supportive of Elliot. But unfortunately, you know, with stuff like that, once the damage is done, the damage is done. You can't go back. You can't change it. You know, people know what they know. So it was a really tough week, especially being long distance, because there was no way to, you know, console him and hug him and stuff like that. This is one of the things that I really detest about our relationship, being so far away from each other. Anyway, so that's kind of what we've been dealing with this past week and for the last 3 years. And yeah, so I guess my message today is, don't fucking out people. It's not your job. If you have any questions or someone asks you a question, then direct them to the people who it affects. Don't take it upon yourself to be helpful. Don't take it upon yourself to feel like you're taking a burden off of us because, you know, we wouldn't want to talk about it. Just don't do it. It's got nothing to do with you. Just don't do it in any situation, not just whether a person's trans or not. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I got. This was my second take at the video because, like I said, my other one got erased. So I think I had a bunch of other stuff yesterday, more about the differences with Canada and America and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. Maybe we'll have another free topic one week and I can, oh, that's why, because I was looking at laws and whatnot in Wisconsin, and surprisingly not, there's absolutely no legislation protecting trans people at all. Nothing. Nada. Nothing. So yeah, that's really crappy. And I was just talking about, you know, here Elliot's job would be protected, it wouldn't be an issue, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so have a super week. If you have any questions, comments, queries, rude, snide remarks, put them below. If you want to subscribe, do it up there. And I will see you next week on Trans Love Take 2. Peace out, yo.